Good morning. Thanks for joining me at Coffee with Kory. It was such an inspirational week. Started it off with a lunch appointment with my buddy Nate. I don't get to see Nate very often, but when we do get together, there's not an idle moment of conversation. What always strikes me about meeting with him is he's always so interested. He's very interested in what I've got going on, what my family's up to, what my business is doing. When in reality, he's one of the most interesting guys I know. His family's involved in so many different things. He and his wife are running here and there with their kids and being their biggest cheerleaders and supporters. They own a very successful business, and so it's inspirational to watch what they do. And then whenever I get done visiting with him, I always feel like I can just take on the world. And I'll tell you, when I left my lunch appointment the other day, I'm like, I'm gonna go home and record Coffee with Kory right now because I've got so many things that I want to share with people. But I'm glad I didn't, because the whole week just kind of trended that way. It set me on a path that was just wonderful. The very next night, I had supper with my buddy Chad. And our other friends that generally join us, Jeremy and Kory, couldn't make it. So Chad and I just got a chance to catch up a little one-on-one time, which is always kind of fun. And he's also a business owner, and it's great to be able to compare notes. What's working for him? What things is he looking into that helps him with his business? He shared some information that he got from one of his business coaches about leading by example and being out in it with your team members, rather than just always directing people on this and that. And it was a good, very good refresher for me. Very good to brush up on that. And so thanks for sharing that with me, Chad. I appreciate it. And so those conversations then directed me to reach out to some people that I hadn't visited with for a while. I had a great conversation with my friend Brent. Went to junior high school, college with him, a great buddy of mine. And once again, don't visit with Brent as often as I'd like. He lives out in Colorado. But that guy he's got stories on stories too. He's literally traveled the world with the profession that he chose when we got out of college. And so it's always good to catch up, and I appreciate our time together this week, Brent. I hope you're having coffee with me this morning. From there, I had another great conversation with my friend Paul, who created a very thriving business. He founded it here in Sioux Falls, and it's still going strong today, even though Paul is not involved in the day-to-day of it any longer. He's had some health struggles in recent years and lives in a care facility. But what always strikes me about my conversations with Paul is how positive he is. Always, first things he talks about, who he's been able to meet with that week, what friends that he's visited with, the things that he's gotten to do, and the blessings in his life. And I think that's very telling when you're going through some of your own struggles, from whether it's health perspective or anything else, and to have the first things that you're talking about with others when they reach out to you or meet with you is all the positives that you have going on. So that was enlightening for me, Paul. I appreciated that very much, and it was, once again, inspirational for me. The other, so then on Thursday night, Jossie and I go down to Vermillion to watch the first football game, and of course, very inspirational to see our favorite cheerleader doing what she loves. And there might be a clip of it here, but we're up in a little box watching. And Cassidy doesn't generally do tumbling passes, as they call them, after touchdowns, but she did on Thursday night, and it was impressive. Did her thing, and we got a chance to see her at halftime, and so always a source of pride and inspiration to see your kids do what they love, and so it was great to have that opportunity. top it off, yesterday morning, I leave the gym. Hey guys, see ya. Have a great weekend. Catch you on Monday. And Carmine says, oh no, I'll have coffee with you tomorrow morning. And so I hope you are joining me for coffee this morning, Carmine. The fact that I get to connect with so many people when we have coffee here with each other, that is a great source of inspiration for me as well. Mom mentioned it when I talked to her this week that she was visiting, or she had connected with several people from the hometown this past week, and she made it a point to tell me that a lot of people tell me that they get to have coffee with you on the weekends, Kory. And anytime that I hear about the connections that I have with the hometown from what we're doing here on Saturday mornings, that's inspirational for me as well. I'm going to keep rolling and not let you down. So thanks again for continuing to join me on Saturdays for Coffee with Kory, and I hope to see you again next week.